there's things that come up during the pregnancy that you might be nervous about or just not sure. So I'm available 24/7 by phone.
Okay.
So if they ever like, what do you think about this? Or I was thinking about this, I'll look it up. I'll help them find whatever, both sides of stuff. So they have all the information.
Welcome to Wisdom Beyond the Womb. I'm Tricia Harris with Tricia Harris Photography, and today I'm sitting down with Lauren, a certified doula, who's going to tell us about the services she offers. How are you today, Lauren?
Good, how are you?
Great, thank you. Tell me, what is a doula?
A doula is the person that helps the mom through labor, through the pregnancy, really, and any of the other support people. I can tell them what to do because, they get nervous and don't know what to do. So anything really that they need. So
what made you become a doula?
Well, it was actually after Marco, my third. I have fast labors myself, so we didn't think the midwife was going to make it. And then they finally, I was laboring in my tub, and after a while, I looked up and the birthing assistant was there and just appeared. It was amazing. And she helped me get over to the pool, and she actually was catching him as he came out, and the midwife just came to the door.
Oh my gosh.
Dropped her oxygen tank, ran in. So the feeling after just having that person there and that relief, I was like, oh, I'd love to be that for other moms. So, and I looked into becoming a doula.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So you have how many children again?
4.
4 children.
Yeah. 3 boys, 1 girl.
So your 4th one, did you have a doula there for that as well?
So after Marco, my third, I started taking the classes, and I ended up getting pregnant with my 4th. So it took a little bit on the back. So I finally finished the classes, and I was like, I should get a doula myself so I can see what it feels like on that side before I become one. So I got a doula, and it was amazing having that extra support because I don't like when Antonio leaves my side in labor. So my doula, Shaka, she was able to do whatever I needed so Antonio didn't have to leave my side, and so it was just very nice.
So what is a doula for those that don't know?
A doula is basically a extra support person, helps the mom, helps anybody really. So I help some husbands, spouses, their partner. I tell them what to do because sometimes they're lost. They don't know. We don't know exactly what they're feeling, so they're nervous. So I can say, oh, here, press here, or go get their water, so I can keep doing. A lot of women like the hip squeeze, so I can keep doing my thing, and they can go get the water, food, whatever they need. So
great. When does a doula typically show up?
That just depends on the doula themselves. I tell all my clients whenever you want me. If you are just laboring and you're 10 minutes apart, and if you need help getting ready to go to the hospital or to the birthing center, I'll come. I'll do your dishes. You don't have to have them when you come back home, or I'll help you pack and whatever you need. Or just whenever they get there, I can come and just start helping with whatever.
Gotcha.
So
you mentioned a birth center or the hospital. Have you done in-home births?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. A lot of people think doulas are only for the holistic, at-home births, but I've had one of my clients had a C-section, and I can help with that. There's many things. It's not just midwives, and so.
What does it look like for a C-section to have a doula?
So, they don't let more than, the spouse or partner in. So, but I go early and I help to make sure they understood all the instructions because it's a lot. They'll explain all the steps and what's going to happen. So it's a lot to take in. So I can stand there and listen and just make sure they got it all. And I can keep them calm and just talk them through it. And then I wait for the procedure. And then after I can come in and help because sometimes some women will feel nauseous after, and so I can grab the bag, and I help the partner with the baby, and I can still do the rest after too. Show them how to swaddle, help with that golden hour. So, because it's a lot after a C-section.
So there's a lot of misconceptions in the birthing world about the roles that everyone plays, from doulas to midwives.
Yeah.
So how are you different from the midwives?
So midwives are more trained for the actual birth. They deliver the baby. I don't do any of that. I'm all focused on the mom, their partner, whoever's there for their support, and just making everything flow and try to help them through the best I can through contractions and all that. And the education throughout the pregnancy too, like I said, if they are curious about anything. But yeah, I don't do anything for the actual baby when the baby's coming. So
Gotcha. In the event the midwife doesn't arrive in time, then what happens?
oh, I've never had that yet, but I mean, I've had 4, so I know, most of it. But yeah, I just help the mom, her voice be heard with doctors if it's a hospital birth, because that always goes real fast in the hospitals. They're always like, they don't even really, to me, make it seem like an option, some things. So I'm like, oh, and I tell the mom, I say, oh, you said you didn't really want this. Maybe say that to them, or, unless they want me to speak for them. But my classes I took, they tell us not to speak for the mom. So, but some moms will say, oh yeah, just tell them. So I'll say, and like delayed cord clamping, that always seems to get kind of brushed over. So we say, we really want it till it stops pulsing, not just a minute, or, so I just really make sure the mom's voice is heard. I help her with the labor, different positions, all that kind of stuff. So
you just kind of reinforce her goals.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So after a baby is born, how long do you typically stay with your patients?
Typically about the hour, that golden hour, just to make sure it's uninterrupted and just help whatever else needs to be done so they can just focus on the baby and the skin to skin. And I do end up taking a lot of photos for my clients. It's a little close to me because of my fast labors. I didn't get a lot of photos for my labors and births, so I like to take photos for them and I send them to them. But if something comes up, I stay. It's kind of as it goes,
Okay.
What's needed.
And after that golden hour and you leave, do you come back at any time?
If they wanted me to, I'm still their doula after the birth for a little while. So, but typically they go home and get settled in, and I do it like a postpartum appointment, 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how they're feeling. And I come, just check on them, see how the baby's doing. I get to hold the baby sometimes, so it's nice.
And is that in their house usually?
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then how do people find you?
Facebook mainly. Other than that, it's word of mouth. I do have a midwife that recommends me to some of their first-time parents and stuff as well, because that's one of their rules, I guess, is that for first-time parents, they want you to have a doula, just because it is a lot, especially your first time. You don't know what to expect, so having a doula is a big help. So,
and when's the best time to start scheduling with you during the pregnancy so that you're there for the birth?
I mean, honestly, as soon as possible. The price doesn't really change because of all that we do, but the earlier you have me, the more help I can be. There's things that come up during the pregnancy that you might be nervous about or just not sure. So I'm available 24/7 by phone.
Okay.
So if they ever like, what do you think about this? Or I was thinking about this, I'll look it up. I'll help them find whatever, both sides of stuff, so they have all the information. So yeah, I can help throughout the entire pregnancy. And then obviously after. So.
Okay, so you service them
whole time.
The whole time.
Yes.
Not just during that labor.
Yeah, and the earlier too, just because births, I have to space them out. So the sooner the better.
Yeah.
So.
Do you typically take like one per month? How does that work with due dates and stuff that can fluctuate?
Yeah, I can do about 2. I do have some backup doulas I've made friends with. The one that was my doula with Adelina, she's told me she would love to be a backup doula for me. So it doesn't, about 2 I feel comfortable with. So if I had 3, I have backup doulas and stuff. So
that's good to know.
Yeah.
Perfect. And so the best way to contact you, you said, was through phone. Do you have a website or anything like that?
Not very techie. So eventually maybe I'll get a website. But I have a Facebook page, Dedicated Doulas, and just my business cards that I'm going to try to spread around and all that. But yeah, mainly Facebook. So.
Okay, perfect. And what's your favorite thing about being a doula?
Just the baby. No, just helping the moms. To know that I made a difference in their labor. I actually just had a client, and when I got there, her labor was really long. So when I came back, she ended up saying, I almost was going to get an epidural until you came, because I started doing stuff and it helped her get through the contractions.
Oh,
so just hearing those kind of things, and I think she said I had like magic hands or something at one point. It's just nice to know that I'm making a difference, making that experience better.
Wonderful.
Because it is so beautiful.
It is beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing all your wisdom and experiences with the doula services you provide. Is there anything else you want us to know today?
Not really. I mean, I'm there for anything my clients need. I actually have a client now that I'm going to be an expert witness in court for her. Like, so it extends beyond just, we pretty much become good friends and family. You're there for that most intimate part of their life. So, I'll be there for whatever they need.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren.